Well, many people think that having this creative block is pretty much the worst thing that can happen to you in business. A lot of us who are already in this business or starting out already know that actually the worst thing that can happen to your business is having too many ideas. You don't know what ideas to start with, hence you're not starting, or you're starting a different idea every single week, which is debatably worse because you're doing all this work with all your resources and all the time spent and then just switching to the next thing. Kind of like the shiny new thing syndrome, even though shiny new thing happens to you like, oh, maybe this idea. And then after that, maybe this idea. So coming up with too many ideas to begin with is like shiny new syndroming yourself right from the get go. And if you feel that that applies to you, if you feel like you have too many ideas, you don't know what to do first, you don't know how to focus yourself, this video is exactly for you, as I will be filling out this form. This form is the thing that helps me decide what idea to start with, and I would love to share this system with you. I actually tried filming it like from a bird's eye view with my camera. It didn't work. I was moving the table too much, and I will have like a slide on the screen with the digital version of this page, which by the way you can find for free on maytribe.com. It's sort of a system of how to break down what you should be doing. What is the idea you should be following? And it breaks it down into the way you're going to make money, the resources that you have, the resources that you're going to need, and the maintenance of that idea. And I really hope that you'll find that useful, along with, of course, like every beginning of every single month since I started this channel, a goals video. So I'm combining my own personal goals and updates about what I'm doing with these topics every single month. And this month, as you probably followed, it's all about how to choose your idea from multiple ideas. Let's get started with the first thing that I feel like a lot of people do, and they do it wrong. You have too many ideas, so you write them down like this. And then you look at them, and then you go take a walk. And that is amazing at first. And that is amazing if you have an endless amount of time, or if you have very few ideas, or maybe they're similar. But if you have so many ideas and they're so far away from each other, and you have a day job, kids to take care of, a medical condition, anything that occupies most of your time, you need to narrow this down to something realistic. So what I wrote over here is a list of fabricated scenarios, things that you might have as ideas, as one person that has multiple ideas. Now, this might apply to you with one of these ideas and can provide you an example of how to break it down. Maybe none of these can work for you, but I try to be very variant in terms of the different things that people can be doing, whether it's selling printables, selling on a specific platform, selling on multiple platforms, focusing with the blog, with Pinterest, with Instagram, with TikTok, having a YouTube channel even. Now, the 5 examples that I thought to discuss today would be I want to make money selling seamless patterns on Society6. I want to make money selling custom name planners and notebooks on Zazzle. I want to make money by opening a YouTube channel for Procreate tutorials. I want to make money selling tie-dye designs. Ta-da! And I want to make money selling printable coloring pages. As I said, this doesn't work. So what are we going to do? And I'm reminding you that this page is available for anyone to print for free from maytribe.com, or you can just simply write it in your own way. But I'm going to be using, my screen to present everything because it didn't work filming this. Okay, as you can see on the screen here, I placed our 5 ideas in this chart that I made. That is not exactly fitting the screen size because it's different from an A4, but fine. So I have the money-making idea, and in this case, sell seamless patterns, everything I just told you. Now, the money-making idea is the first section that you need to fill out, followed by resources I already have, what I need to get started, and maintenance. Sounds exciting, I know. Now, the way that I broke things down here, the way that I wrote them on my notebook, sell seamless patterns on Society6, that's not a money-making idea because this idea is not complete yet. You need to add more to it. I mean, how am I going to market it? I'm on a marketplace. I cannot just rely on them sending me traffic. I need to market at least some of my designs under some category for it to get good. Also, with the custom names, Zazzle notebooks and planners that many people do, I want to sell tie-dye designs. Okay, how am I going to wrap everything together in one place? We have 3 marketplaces appearing here, TeePublic, RedBubble, and Society6. All of these ideas are not complete as a money-making idea. Hence, making them more substantial in this next slide, with my money-making idea being a lot more focused. So sell seamless patterns on Society6 using a bathroom decor blog with affiliate links and Pinterest. Now, when I say affiliate links, I mean the fact that when you were selling on Society6, you can affiliate your own items. So if I'm promoting a shower curtain, then I can provide an affiliate link. And if someone buys from me, hurrah, I get commission and an affiliate commission, like both artist and affiliate commission. And if someone goes and buys from someone else, I still get affiliate commission, which is awesome. This could also help me if, for example, I'm only selling seamless patterns. I'm only making seamless patterns. I'm advertising them in a design for your bathroom kind of blog. I can also affiliate people on Society6 who sell posters that will be fitting for a bathroom. My second money-making idea, which was the Zazzle planners and notebook, I broke it down to custom name Zazzle notebooks and planners and a Substack about journaling and Instagram. For those of you who don't know, Substack is a really awesome platform that is kind of like a blog and a newsletter at the same time, and it's free to use. Yes, there will be a full tutorial about Substack. Hopefully this month. I need to check my schedule. We'll do that when we get to August goals. What I mean when I broke it down here is that I already know what I'm going to need. I'm going to need to Substack or blog about journaling. For example, provide people with journaling prompts, talk about the benefits of journaling and all that, as well as on Instagram. My third money-making idea was to have a YouTube channel for Procreate tutorials, and I added to that idea and selling my own Procreate brushes. That's a way to make money from having a YouTube channel about Procreate. Fourth idea, sell tie-dye designs from TeePublic, RedBubble, and Society6. For those of you who have seen my video about TeePublic adding tie-dye t-shirts, yes, that's awesome. And no, RedBubble and Society6 didn't add tie-dye t-shirts. However, you can just make tie-dye patterns and put them on RedBubble and Society6. There are some patterns that I made and are already on Creative Fabrica on my shop, as well as in our membership freebie. I'll be discussing a little bit more about the memberships when I get to the August goals. And also there will be a full tie-dye, I don't know how to call it, masterclass later on this month, featuring multiple things that you can do with tie-dye if that's your thing. So selling tie-dye designs from TeePublic, RedBubble, Society6, but I'm going to feature them in a blog about tie-dye and Pinterest. That blog will have articles that are basically embedded videos from YouTube that's not stealing the video, that's literally legally placing a video in a blog, showing how other people do tie-dye in the concept of, hey, this is how you can tie-dye a bag. Don't feel like doing it? You can just buy this bag over here. In any case, the system here would be to blog about tie-dye and to have a Pinterest account. For the last one, which was selling coloring pages, printable coloring pages on Etsy and on Payhip, I wrote that this person, me, whoever, would want to market it on Instagram or TikTok. Now, I want to zoom in on the first idea and explain a little bit about our second column, which is resources I already have. Now, if that idea was to sell seamless patterns on Society6 using a bathroom decor blog with affiliate links and Pinterest, then the resources that I already have in this case would be patterns or a software to make patterns, would be a Society6 account, would be domain, and already Pinterest. Obviously, you might not have a domain already, and then you just won't write it in the resources that you already have. Maybe you've already uploaded 500 seamless patterns designs to Society6. So in this case, you basically write the resources that you already have when trying to pursue this project idea, money-making idea. Moving on to the third column, which is what I need to get started. So if I take the scenario that, yes, I have a way to make patterns, or I already have patterns, I already have a Society6 account, but I don't have them on my Society6 account, and I have a domain and Pinterest with those names, what I need to get started in order to like put myself out there and say, hey, look at this blog, look at this shop, to get people to come in, is to build the blog, obviously, put 40 designs up on Society6 and post 30 posts, because this is not about shower curtains. This is a blog about bathroom decor. And also that's my decision if you want to have 10 posts, 5 posts, 100 posts before you officially launch a project on social media or decide to yourself, this is good, I can move on from that. And I took this process of resources that I already have and what I need to get started and basically filled it up for the entire thing. So for example, for the Zazzle store that you want to open for custom name notebooks and planners with a Substack account, let's say you already have a shop on Zazzle. You already have backgrounds that you can use for these notebooks and planners with custom name. You are already a Zazzle and Amazon affiliate. I also added Amazon affiliate because you can also affiliate pens and washi tape and stickers when you're talking or blogging about journaling. What you will need to get started is to put your first article up on Substack, to set up your Instagram links page and Instagram, and organize your collections on Zazzle for faster approach, because it's really easy to promote a single collection on Zazzle and it's smarter than to just promote a product every single time. I also broke it down for the rest of the ideas with a YouTube channel for Procreate tutorials and selling my own Procreate brushes. In my case, I already have a lot of resources. I have a Procreate. To make Procreate tutorials, you kind of need Procreate. I already have an iPad, filming gear, which I have a bunch of in the last few days, video editing skills. I already know how to edit videos, because if you want to open a channel about something, you're going to have to learn how to video edit, which could either be what I need to get or the resources I have. The resources I have could also be money to pay a video editor. And I have madetribe.com, where I am already selling Procreate brushes. So for this money-making idea of having a YouTube channel with Procreate tutorials and then sell my Procreate brushes, I will not have to open a separate shop for that. I don't have to build a shop. I already have one. I mean, I can have a separate one if I want to, but it's not necessary for me to get started. What I need to do to get started, make my first video and upload it. I thought it was kind of funny. With my selling tie-dye design, let's say I have a domain, I have already designs on all the platforms. I need to make the blog. I need to make 20 posts for me to feel like I can get started, Pinterest pins and Instagram posts to get started, to see, okay, this is the initial idea. This is what I'm going to do. Last one, sell printable coloring pages on Etsy and Payhip while marketing them on Instagram or TikTok. I wrote that the only resource I have is skills. So for example, someone who knows how to illustrate or knows how to create coloring pages, but don't have coloring pages in a certain collection, don't have anything. Basically, skills in this case means nothing physical that I have. So what they need to get started is making the pages, making the shops, printing the pages, and opening all social media accounts. And that leads me to the maintenance phase, which is one of the most important things in this process. And I feel like a lot of people, when they look at opening a business, they forget to look at the maintenance phase, which is what you're going to be doing for the rest of your months, year, life, whatever. So if I'm looking at the first project of opening a bathroom decor blog to market my Society 6 and also affiliate links, once the blog is done, there are so many posts, there are so many items on Society 6. I need, as maintenance, to upload more designs to Society 6. I can decide maybe I want to upload 3 a week, 5 a week, once a week, and more blog posts and more Pinterest pins. And this is entirely in my control. I can make one design per week, add one blog post, and add 5 Pinterest pins to that blog post and 5 Pinterest pins to that design that I'm making. I can basically control the maintenance of that. I can work an hour on this a week or 5. With the second idea, where the custom name Zazzle notebooks and planners, what I wrote for maintenance was 50 pins per week and 2 newsletters, like 2 blog posts. With our third idea of a YouTube channel for Procreate, I wrote 1 video per week. That's my maintenance. And I know it looks like not a lot, but making a Procreate video will take, I don't know, I think my first one would probably take around 13 hours. Oh, wow. So not looking forward to that. With my fourth idea of selling tie-dye t-shirts on RedBubble, TeePublic, and Society 6, I will need 5 blog posts per week with 10 pins and 5 Instagram posts. Again, I can make it 1 new post and 100 pins and 15 Instagram reels. This is what you want your maintenance to look like eventually in terms of your capacity as a human being and with the time that you have, and also what will be enough. Maybe in the beginning you'll do more, maybe in the beginning you'll do less, but write something down as maintenance. Now, the fifth idea that we have here, which was the I only got skills, I have no coloring pages, I need coloring pages. After you make them and you list them, you will need to constantly color the page for Instagram and for TikTok Reels and add more pages. That will be your maintenance. Now, at this point, I would like to ask you, what do you think about that? I feel like I was like TMI for this entire video, just, blowing up information, because this is something that flows so well for me because I've been doing it for years. So if this looks a little bit overwhelming for you guys, you don't have to do this. You don't have to put so many ideas down. And honestly, this is not something that I do just to help me deciding on project ideas. This is also something I do every time I have a project idea to break it down to see if it is reasonable. Because at the end of the day, we are all different. We have different resources, we have different times, we have different skills, and we also have different things that we care about. Maybe in the process of doing one of these things, you would see that the maintenance is something that you don't want to be doing every single day or once a week. And that would already help you narrow things down. Now, at this point, I would like to kindly ask you that if you like this video or found this content so far useful, please hit the like button down below, because every time you do so, YouTube thinks, hey, this is a cool video, I'm going to show it to more people. And subscribe to my channel if you're not yet subscribed. Moving on to sort of wrapping up this idea on how do you decide. So I put in 3 things on my ideas or my considerations on how I decide. Now, the first thing that I think about is I will start with the option that I already have the most amount of resources for. Not just because it's going to be the easiest, but because I already have so many resources to start this project. And in this case, if I had to go through all of these, it would have been a YouTube channel for Procreate tutorials because I already have everything I need. The only thing I need to do is to make a video and upload it. I know it sounds ridiculous because, again, that video will take me a lot of time, but I already have a lot of other resources in order to start this channel. I should have already written here that I already have an audience because I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for me to start a Procreate channel. But that's one way of looking at things. Another way you could look at things is to say, okay, for the next month, and I see this in many people who start print on demand, printables, and online business, people who go into maternity leave, people who are, they got fired, and for the next 3 months, they're still gonna get unemployment. People who find themselves with a really big bulk of time to throw themselves into something, hoping it will stick. But then the maintenance happens while I get a job, while I'm more busy than I am now. So in that case, if you have so much time to get started and you need something to fill all of your time, whether it's, to maximize your time or just to feel like you're doing something and not just sitting at home, I would go with the coloring page option because this is the most amount of things that you need to get started. You need to basically create a business from scratch, but the maintenance of it, just coloring pages and uploading it to Instagram and TikTok, will not be that difficult once you have a job, once you have more responsibility. This is sort of like a gap filler for when you have the most amount of time. Obviously, if all you do is coloring and illustrations and you love it so much and you have 5 hours a week, you can also start with this. But this is just an example of how to look at this. I have a lot of time. I'm going to pick the project that takes me the most amount of time to get started before I'm going to be busy. The third option that I chose here is to actually go for the project that will take me the least amount of time to maintain. And in this case, that would have been the tie-dye blog because I'm going to need to post 5 posts per week, which is to basically write, hey, do you want to tie-dye a t-shirt? This is a tutorial. I can also make it 2 posts per week. Design Pinterest pins for those posts, which is super fast and super easy, and an Instagram post for each and every one of these posts on the blog. This is such easy work to do in terms of maintenance. I can do this in pretty much 2-3 hours per week and get it done. So maybe it's worth it for someone who's looking at this as an option, seeing something that takes so little time to maintain. Of course, if you have the skill to build a blog already and you don't need to learn anything, you can tell yourself, you know what, I'm going to take a long weekend. I'm going to build the whole thing up. I'm going to launch it because my maintenance time after, when I'm busy with my day job, when I'm busy with my other project, when I'm busy with my kids, that maintenance, that low maintenance is going to keep it going. So I'm going to put in the work now, but I'm more focused on what's going to be the least effort to maintain in the long run, or the most interesting to maintain in the long run, in case you really like tie-dye. As I mentioned, this is something that I do for myself with everything that I do. This is really something that I do with my own projects. And while these scenarios all seem nice to me, 2 of them are actually listed as my potential project ideas that I want to launch in September. And I thought it would be like a nice game if you could comment down below which of these 2 ideas you think are actually my ideas. I don't know. There's not a prize for that or anything. I just thought it would be fun. Moving on to my goals. I don't know where I wrote them down. No! Do I need to get up? I was so comfortable. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna look for it, and then I'm gonna find it here, which is super annoying. Is that the notebook? No. I'm trying not to drop any lighting or filming or set stuff. Where's my... Oh, there you go. And now that I'm so gracefully back into my corner, I'm gonna take my notebook and I'm gonna go over the goals thing. And for those of you who have never watched this channel and just came here for the title because you have too many ideas, hi, I'm May. And I teach creative people how to sell their art online on this channel for over 2 years. And every month I go over my goals and sort of like if I met them, if I haven't met them. Some months are very long, some months are very short. And I find this to be useful not only to me, but I've also heard from a lot of viewers that this is useful to them. 1 is a reminder to do their goals. 2, with the fact that I mess up a lot of my goals. And maybe it makes you feel like, I don't know, we're all human, we can all make mistakes. Or 3, it can give you ideas on how to organize your stuff. So when looking at July goals video, which was last month, it was, I think, my longest goals video because it was combined with my 35 tips on running an online creative business. So I wanted to organize my apartment. I had some furniture come in. I wanted to throw some stuff away, and honestly, it took so much time. The apartment is still a mess because a lot of things came. Misha was not here to help me organize everything, and for those of you who don't know, I have a bit of a back situation and some FMS and fun stuff, but it was really hard to get everything organized. And also the days that the furniture came and everything came was like a big block of time that I don't think that I planned for, because I didn't plan for, my closet coming or this bookcase coming will take so much out of the day that I pretty much won't be able to do anything else on that day. I wanted to create a list of domains and potential business ideas. I actually bought a few more domains. Oh my God, I have an addiction. I wanted to get more gear and learn how to use it. So I'm finally filming with my camera. I'm filming with my microphone. And after 2.5 years, it's time. I have a softbox behind the camera. I have more softboxes in the room. I also have, where are you, little guy? I also have these LED. I can make it white or blue or red or green, and I have multiple of those. And I also got piano keys that are next to me right here. I got a bunch of stands. I actually also got a professional studio setup, like with a green screen and stuff, but it's still in the box because I just didn't have time. I wanted to create Halloween clip art and do some Halloween videos. So I haven't done any Halloween videos. I did make the Halloween clip art. It's available for purchase on maytribe.com for $6, I think, for the bundle, or free for channel members, which I'll be discussing in a second. I wanted to bring back the Creative Fabrica, Sell on Creative Fabrica series and the blogging series, which I have. I'm super excited, and more videos on that this month. I did not, for my July goals, do my taxes for 2022. Ziv, my lovely CPA, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I'll do them this month, I promise. I didn't update the pages on Maytribe that I wanted, like the content pages, the YouTube descriptions that I wanted to update. I didn't work on my Society 6 and Zazzle stores at all. But I did a lot of extra things in July. For example, starting that RedBubble AI challenge, which I do not know why I did that to myself. I hate every minute of it. There will be a recap of it on the 15th. I had a Kittl challenge for the coffee designs. Actually, I think Drew said it was one of the most submitted challenges ever. It was really cute. Everybody was making coffee designs. It was amazing. I had my first and last anti-MLM video on the channel following a request from one of you guys explaining the differences between MLM and affiliate marketing. I reorganized my filming schedule for July like a million times, and I feel like I have to show you how it looks like. So this is a Zazzle planner, and this is the monthly pages. So every time I have a video, I write it down on that day. And then, I don't know if you can see, for example, here, and then I put a yellow paper on it and wrote a different video, and then a pink one on it and a different video. So that's what I've been up to in July, basically trying to cover up the videos I'm going to make, trying to figure out my equipment, trying to fight off, movers and stuff like that, and the furniture is being built. It was just really difficult. And also I kept on revising August so much that I ended up just taking different pages from a different planner and literally pasting them, like gluing them on here to create something a little bit more clean. And I also started thinking, how do I want to organize my time? How do I want to be on this channel instead of just, I'm making a video and uploading it whenever. And I decided to keep this organized to Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Hence the Wednesday video that is the 2nd of August instead of a video yesterday. I went back to reading a lot of Stoic and philosophy books. I was talking to T-Mail, which I was talking to a little bit a year and a half ago, but now we kind of got back in touch. I ordered a bunch of stuff from T-Mail. I love their quality. I also ordered more and spoke to them a little bit more about the options that people get with T-Mail for a video on that. I spent a lot more time on my TeePublic account, cleaning it, going over my categories. I'm planning the tie-dye deep dive. With planning it is not just, writing it down or finding material or creating the merch for it, but it's also like ordering stuff. So I need for them to come here before I can make the video. As I mentioned, I got my piano keys. I don't know why it's written twice. I finalized the video of can you sell AI on different platforms based on the platforms idea, which took forever because I was waiting for reactions from multiple platforms. If you haven't seen that video, I think it's kind of funny because most of these responses that I got sound like an AI wrote them. But yeah, I will leave a link to that video obviously down below. And I also looked at having memberships on YouTube, which I'll be discussing in a second. I also wrote my setbacks because, sometimes things happen. So I had Chrome issues. I don't know, for those of you who are using a Mac, did you have your Chrome constantly collapse on you? So that literally took a day out of my life, trying to reinstall it and uninstall it and reinstall it and cleaning the file. And also the folder doesn't look like the way it should be in the library on the Mac. And when I finally just decided to give up because I have to continue working, I had to log in to every single thing I'm logged into on Safari, which, YouTube wanted to confer that it's me on my iPad and I couldn't find it. And like, it was just such a mess moving a browser. And I know, like, there is this phrase, the tools we own end up owning us. And it's so true. So for anyone using a Mac and experiencing the same issue, I actually found a way to solve it by using Chrome Beta. You can download Chrome Beta. If you're encountering this issue and you can't find Chrome Beta online, comment down below and I'll just send you a direct link to that. It was a saver, really, because Safari doesn't automatically translate Bulgarian. I live in Bulgaria. I order my groceries and everything from a Bulgarian website. And if it doesn't automatically translate it, I'm pretty much incapable of doing anything. So it's been amazing to have Chrome back. But it was a setback. It sounds very dumb, but it was like 2 days where I couldn't work. Another setback was a bunch of legal matters. Don't worry, no one is suing me. I will be featuring the result of these legal matters on the video on the 1st of September. Cryptic. For those of you who are following me on social media, like personally, or friends of mine on Facebook, then you already know what it is. But yeah, on the 1st of September, there will be, let's give you a hint, a tour of what I did with my legal stuff. I had a coccyx inflammation, which of course, you kind of get your medical condition sneak up on you, or, if you are perfectly healthy all the time and you experienced a cold or a flu and you were in bed, it does affect the amount of work that you can do. I think like it was kind of like expected, I guess, with this entire like trying to organize the apartment, having movers come here, like furniture installers come here, and all of this, plus an insane heat wave. Insane heat wave. So those are my excuses or my setbacks for this month, which takes me to finalizing this video and making a little bit less goals for myself. So my main August goal is to gradually reduce content on this channel. And when I say reduce, I don't necessarily mean give you less. I mean, I can make a video on how to design tie-dye t-shirts on TeePublic. I can make a video on designing seamless pattern tie-dyes on RedBubble. I can make a video on doing that on Society6. I can make a video about the quality of tie-dye t-shirts of Tmail or Printful or Printify. Or I can make a video about all of them. So I do want to make more inclusive videos and less videos. More planning, less watching, talking, and editing, and drinking water because it's so dehydrating to talk so much in front of lights. Now, for August, as I mentioned, I'm reducing myself to Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and September is going to be Mondays and Fridays only. I want to try and also balance the live premieres. So Mondays will be 7 p.m. my time, and Fridays will be sort of like 9 a.m. my time, which I did few days ago. I think it was with the AI on different platforms video, and I got to meet all of the Aussies who watch this channel. That was pretty cool. So I feel like that would eventually help me be more balanced in terms of approaching the two parts of the world that can watch this channel, for them to join lives on a weekly basis. I will also not be completely burnt out from doing lives because I will be doing less videos. As for August, this is sort of bouncing in the middle because I already said I'm going to do a recap video about the RedBubble thing on August 15th, and that's not a Wednesday, that's a Tuesday. And for World Photography Day, which is on the 19th, I have something planned for you, and that's Saturday. So it's sort of like I'm going to do 3 videos a week, and then on September, it's going to be gradually Mondays and Fridays. I also need to test my set if I want to do a Procreate channel. I mean, I tried today to film my paper, like have a camera up here and film a paper, and I keep moving because I'm writing on the table, so the camera moves. So the camera needs to be attached to something else. The microphone needs to be attached to something else. The microphone is also attached to the computer, so the computer needs to be somewhere. And I also need to be comfortable in this entire situation and make sure the camera doesn't zoom in every time I move my finger, because the way that it is now, you can't actually see what I'm doing because the camera keeps shifting. I do have lights, but I need to finalize how I'm doing this set, which will take a lot of my brain in this month. I need to do my taxes for 2022. I need to finalize the legal aspects that I started, a lot of errands. I think Misho is going to be doing most of them. Hopefully, Misho is going to be doing most of them. And again, there will be a video on that in the beginning of September. I want to finalize the Redbubble challenge that I told you guys I hate. I did learn a lot from it, and I'm still learning. And I think it is fun and it is educational in so many different ways. So I want to finalize that. And I've activated memberships. And I wrote about that in the community tab and in the group that I plan on activating memberships. And Rowan said something very wise when I was talking in the why all my Etsy shops failed. That's basically a very personal video when I dove into my mental illness, my physical illness. And I feel like a lot of people can relate with, you starting something and then you get depressed from something else. And, who cares about that Etsy store? So in that video, I also mentioned the fact that it's really hard for me to work with clients. It just became like, if someone needs something from me and I can't do it, I just don't want anyone to have any expectations of me, which is why I will probably not have any memberships, because I don't want people to expect, more content. And the thing is that looking into memberships now, I realized that this could actually not be what I thought it is. I see a lot of people on Patreon running their memberships and giving so many extra videos. It's like they're making so many tutorials that are just for members. And yeah, that's not something I can do. So I sat down with myself and I said, okay, for a very low amount of money, what can I do? And then I said, okay, I do have a lot of digital assets that you guys have never seen. A lot of graphics and bundles and clip art and backgrounds and seamless patterns and fonts. So many things that you guys have never seen. And I'm slowly uploading them to Maytribe. And they're sold usually between $5 and $7. So every single month, I'm just going to drop them into a Drive folder, into a Google Drive folder that anyone can access if they're a member. And people can just download a bunch of them. So basically, I would already be providing value if the membership is around $2, $3, $4. I would already be providing value if you can download something that I'm selling for more, or if you can download something that I'm not selling at all. So the memberships have started. There is a join link down below. There is also probably join everywhere on my YouTube channel. And basically that's a monthly payment that puts you in a different category in terms of my subscribers. So for example, the community tab that anyone has access to will now also have more posts that are just for members. For example, the freebie that's going to be this month, or even updates on things that I'm doing. So instead of just making videos about everything, a lot of the things that I will be doing, for example, I wrote a new blog post if you guys want to have a look, or I designed something really interesting using a different technique, I can just take a photo of it and write a post about it, and that will be available for members. Members also get member badges when they comment or when they interact on the chat, and it's also a fun way to support the channel on a very low amount per month. I'm also going to be doing members only live streams, maybe once a month, maybe twice. I need to check in terms of also the times when it comes to our audience, because we are worldwide here: US, Canada, Australia, Europe, baby, Southeast Asia, everyone from everywhere. So I'm going to find the times to do that. And members have a different tab on my channel. Once you're a member, you can click on membership and you can see the things that you get that others don't. With that said, I would like to remind people who read the post, or tell people who haven't, if you do not have $3, $4 to put in the membership, I don't care. I mean, I don't care. You're still someone who watches this channel, enjoys the content. Our Facebook community is going to stay open for everybody. No one cares if you don't have this amount or you don't want to invest it. No one is going to fault you for this, because I did hear personally from some people saying I'm really sorry, I will not have money to support you. Dude, if you don't, then don't. Everything is good. I don't want to have anyone feeling pressured to join this. If you want to support me and this channel, because I am making this content for free, I'm obviously getting paid from YouTube ads, but it's not always as consistent as you'd want it to be. It's probably not worth the amount of hours spent on the channel, and I never have sponsored videos. I don't know, for those of you who noticed, I have never in 2.5 years had this video sponsored by. And that's from choice, not from lack of options, because I simply don't want anyone paying me to say something that I might not want to say, because the contracts that you sign with sponsorships really silence anything that you would want to say ever about this company. And I don't want to have that. For that reason, I have activated the memberships, and If any of you want to support this channel, join a membership. I'm pretty sure it's around $3, $4, $5. I have seen it somewhat change between different geolocations. So from Eastern European countries, it takes a little bit less, which is kind of cool to me. I feel like it sort of takes the equivalent of how much this would be to a person from that country. And if you want to contribute in that way, that would be awesome. If not, that is also awesome. And all of you, members and non-members, are super appreciated. These are my goals for this month. I feel like to a lot of people, it doesn't look like a lot of goals because I am working, on a lot of videos. But I think one thing that I forgot to write down is to finalize my own, this little guy here, and decide what I'm pushing on to September when my load is a lot less, because just spending months like doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that, it's just not working for me. I need a lot more organization, a lot more structure, and this month is going to be nuts. I have a family member coming here for a visit, which makes me super excited. It's so hot. I just want to be in the pool all day instead of working, and I have to organize the apartment all the time and finalize legal stuff and run a lot of grown-up errands, like, going to a notary. I feel like such an adult, set at the age of 35 after living 18 years alone. In any case, I would love to hear your thoughts about anything that I said, whether it's the memberships, whether it's your guess of my 2 actual projects from that 5 project ideas. I would like to hear maybe your breakdown. Maybe if you want to share, oh, this is my money making idea. This is the resources that I have. What do you think are the resources that I'm going to need to get started? What do you think my maintenance is going to look like? Really, share everything. Go nuts in the comments. Love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing month of August. And as usual, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!